welcome in or welcome back to my pick a card / kind of ASMR channel. For those of you who don't follow my Instagram, I was on vacation for a while, so sorry for the late upload. So I'm going to keep this one a little simple for now. So this is going to be messages from Spirit, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to draw 3 cards for what they want you to focus on, what they want you to let go of, and their overall advice. And I'll also be picking cards, at least 1 card from the Sacred Empowerment deck, but if more than one falls out, then we'll read those too. Alright, so I'm going to get started with the Wild Tarot deck. Oops, pile number 3, number 2. Alright, and for those of you guys who want the crystals, I'll be shuffling a few, bring them out in a few seconds. Number 1 is, I think, Adventuring. pile number 2 is rutilated quartz. And pile number 3 is lapis lazuli. If this is going to focus correctly. Alright, so go ahead and choose whatever pile or piles you are drawn to, and I'll get started in a few moments. For those of you guys who chose pile number 1 or the aventurine, this is your pile here. Alright, so we start off with the Wildwood Tarot. So we have what Spirit wants you to focus on, what they want you to avoid, and their overall advice. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at these cards for a few moments to see what they're really trying to say. Okay, so I did shuffle a few cards off camera for some clarification, but for our first card, King of Stones Wolf, for what they want you to focus on, getting that this is about kind of stepping down for a bit and kind of being your own person, because the first card I drew was the Fox card. So the Fox card is usually the movement card, but in some cases, especially in the context of this reading, it could be about being the lone fox or the lone wolf. In this case, it's kind of saying to move forward and move on from things. Not everything needs your responsibility, or you're not responsible for everything that happens. And I do think that also says it in these cards here. So the Seer card, that's equivalent to the High Priestess. So this has a lot to do with intuition, and because it is reversed, I might be saying that it's like you're kind of doing things for other people rather than yourself. And the Stat card in reversed, well, the Stat card and the Fulfillment card, these are kind of saying the same things. So basically, what I'm getting from here is because you're kind of taking a responsibility that isn't really yours, you're not really paying attention to your own responsibility. It's more like you're not fulfilling yourself because of all this. It's really saying to reverse this energy here. So instead of feeling unfulfilled because you're doing everything for everyone else, you're not paying attention to your own goals, just do the opposite of that. It's not really the most elaborate or elegant way to say it, but yeah, basically, don't be afraid of being the lone wolf is what they're saying. Don't be afraid to venture out. If they're true friends, they will understand that you will take time for yourself. So yeah, because you're moving on from something, it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice everything, or it doesn't mean that you're going to be sacrificing what's good for you. So it's good to let go of some things for once. Alright, so what they want you to let go of. So again, I think I already covered that here. So we have 9 of Arrows, dedication. So basically, kind of let loose for a bit. You don't have to do every single task that everyone asks of you. It's okay to say no, or say later, or I don't feel like it right now, or, just set some boundaries for yourself. Alright, and their overall advice. Okay, so I'm going to draw a few cards for this one, but I think I do have an idea of what this is saying. So I drew these cards. I'm gonna come back to this later because I think the sacred empowerment may also give a clue as to what this means. But I do think it has to do something with fate or the lack of fate or the concept of fate. Right? Yeah. Okay. So we have I am my own healer. I'm embracing a paradigm shift. And I'm writing a new story. Alright, so I was going to say that the 10 the wheel in reverse. So this reminds me of Fate. So you know I can't remember their names, but in Greek mythology, they had the three sisters who spin the wheel of fate. And I think it was like a belief that your fate was kind of set in stone. This is saying the opposite. It's saying just because you move on from something or you don't do something, it doesn't mean that your fate is going to be, it doesn't mean that your fate is going to take a turn for the worse. It's just saying to kind of let things take its course. So yeah, not everything is set in stone. And saying from these, basically if things aren't going the way it's going in the beginning, or if you don't know where things are going, it's saying basically the future isn't set in stone. You can write your own story like this says here. It's saying that universe or how the universe may shift depending on your beliefs and your thought patterns. Basically, concept of as above, so below. Whatever you send out, you're gonna get back. That's just pretty much how it works. Pile number 3. If you guys chose lapis lazuli here. Okay, so I did record pile number 3, but I deleted it because the messages were kind of jumbled and didn't make any sense. But I still have the cards that I used to clarify these. So for the first one, Nine of Bows, respect, and reversed. So clarifications were these here. And the message was to find a balance between taking care of yourself and pleasing other people. So, just because you are doing things that make you happy, don't worry about how other people are going to feel about that. So maybe other people may be resentful about that, but that's their loss. Yeah, and this is saying to find that balance, as I said earlier, to find that balance between what makes you happy and not doing too much for other people. So kind of like pile number 1. So don't be afraid to venture out for yourself, saying to don't really give in to what they think about you, especially if you're taking care of yourself. Alright, 17, the bow star. We have Eight of Bows, Hearthfire, and 4 of Arrows, Rest, and Reversed. So, according to Biddy Tarot, this is equivalent to the Star card. In the reversed, you have messages about lack of faith, despair, self-trust, and disconnection. So it's basically saying, point blank, to let go of all that. Let go of the lack of faith, let go of despair, let go of disconnections. This is saying to spend time with more people that are, they have higher vibrations, they are more optimistic about life, they have a lot of faith, so follow those kinds of people. And this is just a clarification with this. The butterfly kind of symbolizes your spirits, so instead of having your spirits low, reverses energy and just, have your spirits in a higher vibration state. And we have to a vessel's attraction in reversed. So this is for the overall advice. This, actually I'm drawn to Betty Tarot for this one again. So off the bat, it could be saying if you're not drawn to something, if it's not calling to you, then you don't have to do it. I mean, this doesn't mean that you have to avoid everything. That makes your life a little bit harder because that's just how some journeys go. But it's saying if you don't think it resonates with you, or if you think, even if it sounds like a really attractive opportunity, but you think it's not going to do anything for you, then you don't feel obligated to take it. Again, it's not saying just because something is hard that you shouldn't take it. So yeah, so reversed, it does talk about disharmony and distrust as well. And it does go back to this card as well. So a lot of you could be dealing with a lot of mistrust, lack of faith, and all that. So considering that these two cards are pretty much saying the same thing, I think that's the biggest message for pile number 3. Alright, I choose to realign with my true loving essence and allow heavy energies to move through me. So yeah, basically what I said before, your lack of faith, distrust, whatever is towards or wherever it comes from, it's saying to let go of all that, let the heavy energies, let that negativity just move through you so you can leave space for more positive energy. Alright, so pile number 3, if you guys enjoyed that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more readings. And also my Instagram down below, and my Etsy for personal readings. Alright.